The French knot is a staple in embroidery, but sometimes it's nice to branch out and use a different embroidery stitch. Whether you're looking for something identical or a stitch that achieves a nice textured fill, these stitches are great alternatives. The Chinese knot, also referred to as a forbidden knot, can be a small, compact knot or a knot with a loop. Come up through the fabric, curving the thread in the shape of a C. Flip the loop thread around so that the working thread is now under the part of the thread that emerges from the fabric. Place the needle tip down through the fabric at the base of the loop and gently pull the thread. If you want a looser loop knot, you should leave the thread loose, but for the first one, I went ahead and made a tight knot. Pull the thread through to the back of the fabric and you'll have a little knot that forms. The Colonial knot is a small, neat-looking knot, and these usually sit a little bit more evenly on the fabric than a French knot. Come up through the fabric, curving the thread in a backwards C shape. Place the needle inside the curved thread. Place the working thread over the needle tip, forming a figure 8. Pull the thread tight, then place the needle directly beside where you came up. Then pull the needle and thread through to the back of the fabric and a small knot will form. Use a milliner's needle for an easier time with these. The bullion loop is a variation of a bullion knot. Instead of lying flat on the fabric, the stitch will form a tight coil. This is another stitch that's easier to make with a milliner's needle. Come up through the fabric with the needle and thread. Place the needle through a small piece of the fabric, slightly below the working thread, and then emerge at the point where the working thread is. Then you're going to twist the thread around the tip of the needle around 7 or 8 times. Carefully pinch the threads with your thumb and forefinger and then pull the needle through. Pull the thread, then scrunch up the loop with your finger. And then once you've done this, you can just place the needle back down through the fabric at the base of the stitch. The four-legged knot resembles a small flower or a twinkling star. Begin by making a small straight vertical stitch. Come up off to the side in line with the center of the vertical stitch with your needle, then place the needle underneath the vertical stitch and the working thread over the tip of the needle. Gently pull the thread until a knot forms, and then place the needle and thread down through the fabric along the left side of the stitch. You can make them as small or as large as you'd like. The smaller ones look more similar to a French knot with little legs. While the coral stitch is usually an outline stitch, it's possible to make a single coral stitch and it looks very similar to a pistol stitch. Come up through the fabric, slightly above the working thread, grab a small amount of the fabric with the needle. Place the working thread over the tip of the needle and then pull the thread through so a small knot forms. Then place the needle and thread down through the fabric at the top of the knot. The raised cup stitch has a prominent circular shape, making it ideal for the centers of flowers. Make 3 stitches in the shape of a small triangle. Then come up through the right corner of the triangle with the needle and thread. Place the needle down underneath the bottom stitch and twist the working thread around the tip of the needle. Work your way around all 3 stitches, making these stitches across each one. Place the needle and thread at the base of the stitch to secure it, and that's it. The sheaf stitch is an excellent option for small flowers, and it also resembles a little bow with a knot. Start by making 3 vertical satin stitches. Come up through the fabric off to one side and near the center of the satin stitches. Place the needle under the satin stitches from right to left 2 times. Then secure the stitch by going down through the fabric behind it. Seed beads are great for small accents, extra texture, and they are certainly shaped similarly to French knots. There are plenty of stitches you can use for beads, but one of the simplest ones is to just use a seed stitch and add some beads to it. Just make sure to use a beading needle that will fit the tiny seed beads onto it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what your favorite stitch is out of all of these, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!